go. It's Monday morning. We're getting started the way we always get started. We just finished the pre-trip, checked the oil, the antifreeze, the belts, the tires, kick the fires, light the fires, whatever we're doing here. It's Monday morning. I'm your host, the Boston Trucker. Let's kick it. Cue that music. Yeah. Boston Trucker here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it. Light. We're starting on a little bit of a grade. I always like to start in low when I'm heavy. Right now we're probably 99,000 pounds. I would do it if I was 80,000 pounds. Handbrake down on a hill. Let it up. Let the clutch out easy. Go from low to first. First to second. Second to third. Third to fourth, and on a hill, I might split the fourth gear. A little easier on the truck. Split it back, the high side, up at the fifth. And we'll split that. The sixth gear. We're going to try and make this light before it changes. We're not going to shift any gears though. We're going to put our engine brake on. Nice and easy, staying in gear. Let the truck let the engine brake slow the truck down. We're going to split into seventh. And I got traffic up ahead. It's about all the shifting I'm going to do right now. There we go again on a hill. I can shift on the high side over to low. I'm on the high side right now. Split it. Nice and easy, right into gear. Pretty good hill here for this area. Nothing to brag about. We'll split that gear. I think I'm in the high side of 6 now. Split, we're still pulling the grade. Plenty of RPM. We're on the low side of 7. All right, I don't even know there's no shift pattern here. I don't know. I don't know how I can drive it without a shift pattern. But yeah, just going into the low side. Nothing I really think about. It just seems better for trucks. I think I've always driven that way when I'm heavy. When I'm empty, it's a whole nother animal. I could start out in the higher gear. I might start at a 1. If I'm on a downgrade, I might roll a little bit and shift it into second and start there. All right, we can turn right on red. Traffic looks clear. We're heading for the highway. Second, third, fourth, high side, fifth. Not going to split it because we're about to go down a hill here. Sixth. Jake brake on. Nice and easy. No need to grab any more gears. Coming up on a light that's about to change. And we're going to turn on to 95 North. I-95. 95th Street. The big road. light just changed. I got a car coming towards me. I could go into that gear and start, or I could start in low. Starting low, it's nice and easy on the truck. Easy on the drive shaft, clutch, easy all around. Easy like me. Easy like Monday morning here, baby. Split the high right there. Now we're getting on the interstate. Signal light always on when you're getting on the interstate. Doesn't mean you get the right of way, because you gotta know how to yield. I got a whole bunch of traffic coming on. So nice and easy. You never stop at the end of the ramp if you don't have to. It's all about timing. Got one more four-wheeler, we're gonna melt right in there. Now the two cars behind me, they thought they were gonna go around me because they have self-entitlement, but I was here first, and I'm bigger. So we're on the low side of 7th, 8th, I don't know. Split to the high side. I get two more gears. We probably won't hit them before we get on Route 2 up here. I got a lot of traffic in front of me. Take it nice and easy. Always drive a little slower than the traffic ahead. There's no need to try and keep up. We want to go a little bit slower, like a mile or two slower than everybody else that's in front of you, and let people go ahead, rush ahead of you, and go like this around instead of trying to keep up. When you're trying to keep up, it's exhausting. It's not even that it's exhausting, it's just, it's not the way to do it. That's what I think anyways. I like a nice, big, safe following distance. A couple 18-wheelers worth if I can. And when they close the gap, you just back off a little more. You don't get angry and pull up and tailgate and start beeping like this guy's about to do. Like he's going to jump right in there because he thinks this opening I left for him, but I didn't. So slow down a little bit. And it's a consistent battle all day long. Safe following distance. If you're driving your truck and you're on your brakes constantly, you're doing it wrong. You only need your brakes when you're going to stop, and pretty much right at the end. You should be using the engine brake, safe following distance, take it easy, nice and easy. Just rattling a little bit here, the gear shift. I thought maybe this was a little loose. It was a little loose the other day. I got it as tight as I could get it by hand. It's not going to go any tighter. It still rattles a little bit. So I get my hand on it. We're going to get on Route 2 West here. We're on our way to our gravel pit. I'm going to haul, we got a load of mixed excavation, meaning broken up concrete basically. Concrete, asphalt. We're going to recycle it and haul it back. I'm not going to recycle it right now, but it'll be recycled eventually. We'll haul it back to the yard as processed gravel. On this trip, we're going to haul a load of sand back to our materials yard. Do a lot of sand. Sand is very dense. So when it's in the trailer, it's heavy. It doesn't move around. It's thick and dense. Mixed concrete, not so dense. You know, there are spaces between the concrete and the rocks. You haul some kind of stone, like 3/4 stone, that stuff can shift on you. That's annoying. I gotta take a look at that. I think it rattled a little bit before, but not that much. Take it off later and maybe rethread it and see if it changes anything. Alright, we're off. Can't drive around like this all day though. I'm gonna dump out my mix in that pile straight ahead. Then we'll back down when these guys are out of the way, and then we'll back down and get sand from another pile. I got Teddy right behind me. Busy Monday. It's kind of hazy out from the fires. I think we got fires up in Canada making their way down here. The smoke's making the sky hazy for the last week. There's Cliff from Four Seasons. How are you? Good. Good to see you. I think they're short dumping down the street. That's good for us. Look at that sun. It's going to be sunny all week. Sunny and hazy and warm. No rain in the forecast. Oops, shouldn't say that. We're loading up some sand. Got Teddy back there. They couldn't wait till I got loaded to back down. Like literally. So I had to wait until he got loaded. It's like 3 buckets, about a minute. Oh, Teddy. Oh, Teddy. Something's never changed. I'm on the clock. I don't suck the clock, but I'm on the clock. And that's the difference between, I don't know what I was about to say, local and other jobs in the trucking industry. I used to frown on people who would say they're on the clock because I was on mileage. And mileage was the way to go, right? That's what I thought anyways. Boy, I watched a lot of YouTube this weekend. I like to talk about that. Got some new channels that I'm sure you guys are aware of. Let's talk about that later. I got like one more bucket, I'm ready to go, and I don't like to waste time. One more, baby. Always backed up getting on 95, no matter what time of the day. Always backed up here. Slow going. Not too bad. These are rolling. Usually it's bumper to bumper. But yeah, it's a little rattly inside the collar here. That's my window. Alright, we are on a hill at a red light. I'm in low. Alright, we're on a hill at a red light. I'm in low. I got my handbrake down. This is a good hill. We'll load it up. 99,000 pounds. It's just the way I drive. I don't know if it's the right way. Light just turned green. Handbrake up, let the clutch out slow. Now we're in first gear, second gear, and you could split these gears if you needed to. If you're on a really steep upgrade, but we weren't. Now we've leveled out. Going to the high side. Off the highway, it was all backed up there. We're on Trapello Road right now. We're gonna make a right on Smith Street and then go in that way. Alright, I just pulled up to the shop. We're gonna just take this apart. We're gonna check the Phillips screws that are facing towards the roof, see if those are loosened up a little bit. See what's going on in there. It's definitely rattling. And it's underneath the knob somewhere. Oops. What was
not on purpose. And where did it go? There it is. So that's that. Yeah, I could feel it. Something loose. This is loose right here. Maybe I just need to tighten this down. Get an Allen wrench, tighten it down maybe, and that's it. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Alright, let's see if we can tighten these down. That one's pretty tight. This one's a half a turn. Oh, it's pretty tight now. Let me see if I loosen it back, if that was it. It'd be nice if I had the right tool. No, I can't even loosen it. Yeah, I think I fixed it. Give it a shot, see if that was it. I mean, one of the nuts was only a half or maybe half to a 3/4 of a turn loose. That might have been it. We'll find out. We'll go take it for another run. If that's not it, we'll take it apart deeper when I get back the next round. All right, we're loaded. Rattle so far. That's good. Putting my tarp out right now. Rolling the tarp out. Pulling out of the yard. My suspension gauge is at 50. It's not a lot of material there. I'm a little light. I'm probably like a light 97, 98,000 pounds, which is, we would consider light. Heavy would be, you know, 100, a little more than 100. Yes, no rattles right now, so that's good. When I get up through the light here, I'll start going through the gears. We'll see how she sounds, and I think she'll be good to go, I'm hoping. Always got to watch coming out of the yard here. Pedestrians that come up behind the gate. All right, here we go. Oh, wow, that's nice. Oh, yeah. Look how quiet that is. That's beautiful. It's always nice when it's an easy fix. Beautiful. I'm starting to think it's been loose for a while because it used to click, was clicking through the gears a week or two ago. Now it's no clicking sound either, which is good thing. Now if I could get rid of the rattles out of the windows and doors, be all set. So yeah, I'm in low gear. Boy, it's nice when it's not rattling. I must have been loosening up for the last few weeks and I just kind of ignored it till today when it really started to rattle a lot more. And now I know what to do. Obviously it's just 2 little set screws there and we're good to go. So low gear into second into third. Railroad tracks. You don't shift on railroad tracks. Everybody knows that. God forbid you lose your transmission when you're on a set of railroad tracks. Has that ever actually happened? I don't know, but it's a rule that you learn right away. Well, that's nice and tight now. Whew. Need to break down today. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Darn it. Why did I say that? So the other rattles I have are coming out of this door. I push against the door pocket, it's gone. All right, young Strapper, you got it, buddy. You're doing us proud.
I'm trying.
I took some heat in last week's video. I'm not really sure why. People are very sensitive and triggered. Triggered, that's a funny word. I'm triggered. You said something that I don't agree with. Now I'm mad at you. You're an idiot. We're just trucking, trying to make content. Not all of it's good. Yeah, I'm just gonna say this real quick and get it out of the way. Last week, somebody asked me to talk about something, which I did. Usually I'll oblige somebody if they want me to talk about a certain subject. And I gave my opinion. Whether I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter, it's my opinion. And some people had to take a dump on me pretty much in the comment section. You know what? Wasn't very nice. Wasn't very nice. I did get to watch some YouTube videos. I watched 3 YouTube videos this weekend. One channel that's familiar to me and 2 channels that are new to me. First video I watched, LaFonda Jackson. Her name is Lisa. The dog's name is Teddy. They drive a 589 Peterbilt from coast to coast. And I just enjoy her videos. They're not trying to, she's not trying to impress anybody. She is as real can be. I appreciate that in a YouTuber. And she's a professional driver. And she doesn't get excited. She's not yelling. She's not swearing. She's like I would be if I was over the road. But she's quiet. I just like the videos. Good scenery. The video I watched, she was delivering to Florence, New Jersey. She had a blind side into a spot, and it took her 5 pull-ups, which is reality, especially when you saw the spot. I was like, wow, that's pretty tight, actually. She didn't try to edit it and make it look like she got into one shot, and I really, really enjoyed that video. Another channel I found, I think the name, it's an odd name, it's numbers 2.06. I think that's the name of her channel. A 22-year-old, another female truck driver. I don't discriminate female or male. I just, whatever channels have good content I like watching. Very interesting channel. Great videos. Whole different perspective on over-the-road trucking than when I was there. Like, you know, we talk about the ELDs that are dangerous, and they are dangerous because she said something that struck with me. She said, oh, look, I got 4 hours till I hit my 70, and she's in Pennsylvania. She's got to go into New Jersey, drop and hook, and she wants to get out of New Jersey before rush hour and before she hits a 34. And I'm like, well, you have to be on the ball. You got to be moving. You can't have any tie-ups, and you got to drop a trailer, hook to a trailer, get paperwork, do a pre-trip. What if you find something in your pre-trip that's going to cause you to run out of time, and you're going to be stuck in a warehouse for 34 hours? And nobody wants that. So you skip the pre-trip, or you not saying she did that, she didn't do that from what I could see, but I'm sure in reality that happens. And she made it to Pine Grove, PA within the 4-hour time limit to take her 34. I remember Pine Grove used to be the All-America truck stop off of 81. I don't know what's there now, but I think that's a TA actually. She went and did her laundry, and it was interesting. This is like totally different from when I was over the road. She goes on her phone and she wants to do a little hiking because she's got you got to take 34 hours off. And what are you going to do? You're either going to sit in your truck like we did in the old days, polish your wheels, which I don't think she's driving that kind of a truck, or sleep. I mean, what else do you do? So she found a stream, a water stream, you know, like a river, like a mile and a half away. She goes, oh, I'm gonna go hike to the stream. And total serial killer vibes watching her do this. You know, cute young girl, hiking in the woods, along an interstate with traffic going by. She's walking under the interstate, spreads out a blanket along the stream, and she's walking in the stream, and I'm like, this is a Friday the 13th movie if I've ever seen one. But she made it, she survived. Interesting video, great angles, camera shots. I liked it. And the other channel I watched, and I think it's a very popular channel, I'm just catching up now, because I've seen this guy's videos, like clips of his videos, like in Reels, was a channel called Life Behind the Wheel. Young guy, cool truck, flat top Peterbilt, 389, black, not too long but long enough, spread axle reefer, and he is me 25 years ago. That kid is just like I was when I was over the road. Just all about it. All about it. Awesome video angles. He was trying out a 360 camera, which I have one. I don't really enjoy my 360 camera. I'm not using that right now. Yeah, I got some ideas from his channel. Very popular guy on YouTube. I don't know if you'd call him the new breed. It's just different than from when I was over the road, but in a lot of ways the same. You know, like I did wear shorts back in the day. Like the kid wears like basketball shorts or whatever, you know, and a t-shirt, and he's got long hair, and he's got big sunglasses. He's got a look, you know, and he vapes. He drives without his shoes, but he's also got the Crocs, you know. And I did drive without shoes a lot. I would drive barefoot. Looking back now, I don't know. Probably wasn't good for my feet. And but I had, you know, silver carpet. I didn't want the carpet dirty. But it was an excellent channel. I definitely recommend it. A lot more action and a lot less talking, but it's definitely a reality show. What I like is he's like, oh, I gotta drive 400 miles to Indiana tomorrow. Oh, now I just got unloaded at a 3-hour delay. Now I gotta be in Virginia tomorrow. 600 miles. No big deal, just gonna do it. I'm gonna stop for lunch now. I'm hungry. Stops at Burger King. Get the brisket sandwich, which looked great. And I'm like, boy, that was me 25 years ago. Man. And me 25 years ago, in a million years, never thought I'd be driving a day cab. Crazy how life changes. And that kid's probably thinking the same thing, that he's always going to be doing what he's doing. But man, things can change like that. And for me, I mean, you know, it ended up being the right thing. But back then, I really frowned on local driving. And that's going to lead into the segue to my next discussion. Now I just downshifted into low, coming into a traffic circle. That's a gear I use a lot. I don't see why you can't use low. I am on the high side. It's just another gear, really. Do you guys like when I talk, like from behind the wheel like this, and I'm just talking? If you made it this far in the video, leave a comment if you enjoy my conversation with you on camera, or do you want more just action? So, the kid that was in the triaxle a few minutes ago, that's Luke. He used to be known as the Cat Trucker before he was a trucker. And he was on YouTube and Instagram. Now he's Horsepowered Luke on YouTube and Instagram and I think TikTok. Horsepowered Luke. There might be a line underneath between Horsepowered and Luke. And it was a Horsepowered Trucker. I think it's Horsepowered Luke. Anyways, find him. Great kid. Been mentoring him since he was about 14 or 15 when he first reached out to me. And yeah, we've become friends, and now he's a trucker, and he's living the dream, driving a cool Peterbilt triaxle. all shined up, taking it to truck shows. I mean, how cool is that? Makes me proud of him. I'm really proud of that kid. He's really doing it. And he had texted me yesterday while I was at home. He was like, "Oh, you're really getting hit hard on that video, huh?" I go, "It is what it is, you know." He goes, "You know, maybe you want to talk. Could you talk about?" He goes, "I know you always talk about over-the-road trucking versus local trucking, but what about talking about just local trucking and what that means and what that entails?" And I really had to think about that. If that's even an interesting subject, then how do I not morph into talking about comparing it to over-the-road trucking? I don't know if I can actually, you know, but I don't want to get on and preach which one I think is better, and because there really isn't a correct answer for that. It's all based on opinion, lifestyle, and where your life is now and where you want your life to go. And though I do tend to frown on, I do tend to now try and talk people out of going over the road when they start out, but it was good for me, so how can I do that, you know? I just know what I see. I don't see I'm doing it already. I mean, I've talked about this before, but try not to. I'm gonna try not to. Over the road trucking is what it is. You know, it's a rat race. It's a sweatshop. It's an adventure, and you got to do it for the adventure of it. Really, you really have to. And you can make a living doing it, but if you want to be real, it's expensive. It's an expensive job. If you're really good with your money and you pack food from home and you don't have a lot of expenses while you're out on the road, you can make a good living. If you're just living out there to live, I don't see how you're making any money. You know, it's you're working to live really out on the road, which is living, but it's just so expensive. And then if you own a truck, which I never have, thank you. It's even more compounded. One of my very, very good friends, owner-operator, good owner-operator, good businessman, one truck situation, just paid his truck off a couple months ago, blew his engine this morning. Well, that's a $40,000 to $60,000 rebuild. How do you save for that? You don't. You just don't have that money put aside for a rebuild. So where is the advantage of owning a truck? Sometimes, you know, it's the difference between owner operating and being a local guy is you own to operate, just like in life easy. I'm owning to operate, or operating to own it. I don't know. It's not a lot. I've seen it. My dad did it, so I know. There's no health. There's no health insurance, no holiday pay, no retirement, no good time off, no good savings. Now, that's not everybody, obviously, and maybe I'm talking out of my butt. And I've talked about this, but maybe there's a new subscriber here that hasn't heard me talk about it before, and why should you listen to me? I'm just a company driver. I am. But if you're a company driver over the road, you're working for a good company, you might get some retirement, some 401k, but do you stay with that company for your entire career? Probably not. You know, if you get a job with like a Walmart, but by the way, the Walmart drivers on the TikTok are out of control. I know a lot of Walmart drivers, and they're good professional drivers. But some of these guys, man, the ego. They are buying into that. They're drinking that Kool-Aid. Holy cow. And I know there's a couple of them that are watching. I am not talking about you. You know that. But man, oh man, oh man, I gotta tell you. And I look at it with an open eye. And I look at it as a former Walmart driver 30 years ago. And man, some of those guys just need to shut up. I tell you, they just, the believing that you're better, never mind, I'm not gonna get into it. But my Walmart friends, who I know, I love you guys. You guys are cool. But we're just truck drivers. Some make more money than others. That's all. That's it. Anyways, that's a good job if you want retirement. You get into a good union job that the company isn't going to go out of business. That's a good way of getting a good retirement. But it's, you know, as a Teamster, it's stressful because a lot of these companies go out. And then what do you do when your company goes out that you're working for? That's the fine line there. Do you get another job with the Teamsters? And sometimes there aren't any. Then what are you going to do then? You're going to go to a non... You're going to... this is what happened at Ken's Salad Dressing. I had made a post on Facebook the other day that... I posted a picture of me. I was driving for a guy out of Wisconsin, hauling cheese. I had just lost my job at Ken's Salad Dressing, and I wrote because of the Teamsters. It was because of the Teamsters, and Truck Drive agreed. And I've talked about this before. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but you know, I worked for Ken's Salad Dressing year and a half. It's making $80,000 a year in 1998, 99. That's nothing to sniffle about back then, you know. And it wasn't enough money for some drivers because they were former Teamsters who couldn't find Teamster jobs because there weren't any. So they went to the next best thing, the one that paid the next best, which was Ken's. And then they were like, wow, I got 10 more years to finish out my pension. Let's bring the Teamsters here. When Ken's explicitly said, we will never go union. And we tried to go union, and the Teamsters came, and they told us a bunch of stuff, and they made it sound great. And lots of people bought into it. And then there was the vote. Do you want the Teamsters to represent you guys? And I think there were 20 of us, 20 drivers maybe 22 drivers at the time. And I think 20 of us voted yes, including me. Not because I believed it, but not because I believed in it, and I do regret it now. Because that's being fake. But I wanted to be, I knew I was going to have to work with these guys, and I knew the vote was going to go through, so it's kind of, you can't beat them, join them type situation. Right now, I would have, knowing what I know now, I should have voted no. But anyways, Ken's got rid of all of us. They brought in Rattle Logistics. We all lost an $80,000 job, so I don't even know how I got on that. I got to take a break. So right now, I'm heading down a hill. Starting first. Maybe I'll skip a gear like this right here. So I'm picking up momentum. And split that one even though I don't need to, but then I gotta split again. But when I'm going down a hill, I'll just let it roll sometimes. I can start a little bit of higher gear. I don't know if that makes sense. No rattle. This will be a good example. Going down a hill at a red light, first gear, loaded, 99 to 100,000 pounds. Just let it roll a little bit. Clutch out easy. They really messed this up. They put a concrete barrier about a month ago
squeezing this lane over. When I come through here with a low bed later on this year, I don't even think I can go through here anymore without hitting the tires on that concrete barrier. Really, really screwed that up for trucks. This town has been screwing it up for trucks for a while now at these railroad crossings. In the name of safety. But they forgot the trucks got to get through too. And sometimes oversized trucks. They really screwed the pooch on this. I'm just rocking out to some good music. On Sirius Radio. They got all these different channels, stations. What do you think I would listen to? Whose channel do you think I would listen to the most? Like, I love country music. I love old country music, right? Like Alabama. I listen to the Alabama channel. I listen to... I'll just type in a name. It doesn't have to be my favorite person. I like to type in Earl Thomas Conley. And then they play music like Earl Thomas Conley's type of music. Like T. Graham Brown. Doug Stone. That kind of music, right? But I'm listening to a rock station today. I like Journey. I love Journey, right? I love Journey. I'm listening to I love the band Boston. I'm from Boston. I love Boston. It has nothing to do with being from Boston, though. I like Duran Duran. Yeah, I do. Scorpion. But I'm listening to the Def Leppard station. Def Leppard, that was a big band. Back when I was a kid, let's turn back the hands of time. Def Leppard, man. Pyromania. Right? Is that the most influential rock album of our lives? For me it was. And what about Hysteria? We couldn't wait for Hysteria to come out. I mean, the drummer of Def Leppard, Rick Allen, he was in a bus crash, and he got pinned, and he lost both his arms. The drummer lost both his arms. You think that would be it? No, that wasn't it. You know why? Because he had work ethic. Once again. And he learned to play drums with his feet. Rick Allen, the drummer of Def Leppard, if you don't know this, maybe you don't know this, plays drums with his feet. He has no arms. That's pretty badass, if you ask me. That's work ethic. That's passion. That's drive. People talking about, I can't do this and I can't do that, I'm tired. Rick Allen's the man. So I listen to Def Leppard station today, and what comes along with that? You get some Scorpions, some Dokken, Don Dokken, right? Come on. Don Dokken. Tesla. Queensryche. It's rock. That's rock to me. Man. Give me some Scorpions. German band. They only sing in English. They're the only German band that sings in English. The Scorpions. Come on. Awesome. Van Halen. A little bit of Van Halen. On the Def Leppard station, though, the Van Halen they play is pretty much just Sammy Hagar. Which, you know, when David Lee Roth left the band, you know, it was kind of hard to take a Sammy Hagar as how can you replace David Lee Roth? But he did it. He did it. 5150. OU 812. Big hits. Big hits. Rock and roll rules. Ozzy, rest in peace. A little older. Black Sabbath. Then there was a couple new bands that I got into. Brand new bands. And I mean, they were paying their dues in the clubs, but I saw a brand new band in concert, two of them, actually both in 1989. I saw a brand new, little unknown band called Metallica open up for the Monsters of Rock tour, which was Scorpions, Dokken, Metallica, and Van Halen with Sammy Hagar. That was the headliner.
I saw a little unknown band open up for Aerosmith in 1989. A little band called anybody? Guns N' Roses opened up for Aerosmith on the Angel Tour. That's rock and roll. Seen some cool stuff back when I was a kid. I saw at the Boston Garden, which is now the TD Garden, whatever that is, TD Banks. I saw at the Boston Garden Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant in WrestleMania. I also saw Hulk Hogan fight Big John Studd. Yeah, I used to be into wrestling when I was a kid, like everybody was. I'm not into it now, but see some cool stuff. Yep, that's my life. The 80s ruled. If you weren't there, I don't know where you were. Where you at if you weren't in the 80s? Where were you at when you weren't? Man, 80s were good. If I could only go back. If I could only go back to the 80s, I would do so many things different. Some of the clothes I wore, very questionable choices. Parachute pants, skinny ties, hair parted to the top, high top Converse, untied, pants tucked in, Judas Priest t-shirts, Ozzy t-shirts, a lot of rock t-shirts, hairspray, leather jackets, Sweats by Evie pants. Man, those were the days, my friends. Those were the days. 80s. Really, for me, 82 to 87 was really best times. Girls, chasing girls. Of course, I was always the friend. I was the Mr. Nice Guy. Ugh. But once in a while, I wasn't only the friend, and that was nice. Driving around in our cars, my 79 Mercury Cougar XR7. And then I got an 88 Mustang GT 5.0. Going dancing, going roller skating, going to the beach at night, driving, skipping school. A lot of school skipping. I skipped school a lot. And I'm not saying it was a good thing, because it worked out for me, but man, I skipped a lot of school. Once I got that car, I was skipping before I had my car, but once I had that car, man, I was driving. On a day I'd leave school, that I didn't go to school, I'd go to Connecticut, I'd go to Rhode Island. I was truck hunting. I'd drive around truck stops, drive around industrial parks. Yeah. Those were the times. And I had a CB radio in all my vehicles. Always. I had like a smaller radio, probably like a unit in. And then when I got my 92 Chevy Silverado, which I bought brand new, I put a Cobra 25 in it. And I had a antenna off the drive, one antenna off the driver's mirror. I don't remember the name of those antennas. Was it Francis? Was Francis an antenna back in those days? I think it was called a Francis. It was fiberglass. You touch it with your hand, you get fiberglass with your hands. It looks good though. That was a nice pickup truck. Should have never sold that. My wife talked me into selling that. We'll get married if they're gonna tell you to get rid of your pickup trucks. Jeez Louise. Imagine I still had that truck. It'd probably be all rust by now. We're back. We're gonna dump this load out and get load number 4, and we'll be back in 2 hours. Be back here by 3 o'clock and preload for tomorrow. We'll be parking by 3:30. All right. You want to see something I love? Let me show you something.
you something I love. Just give me a second, all right? Oh, it's so nice out today. When I'm undoing my slurry locks, by the way, I always make sure, just in case. How about if you forgot to lock that and you undid the last slurry lock, you know what would happen? You get hit in the face by the door. I've seen it happen. I'm gonna show you what I left. Get ready. Get ready, it's coming. It's coming. Do you see it yet? Do you see it yet? I'm gonna show you. Relax, it's coming. I love the look of those mud flaps on the ground. I love that look. Look, sexy. I want to read to you my favorite comment from last week's video by Wade Levin, 1787. He writes, I'm 33. I couldn't care less whether a truck smokes or not. The things people get hung up on like this is wild. I drive a 23 T680 with an X15. It's been trouble-free for 210,000 miles. Proper maintenance, driven properly, they do fine. Problems with the emissions is when people spec them and drive them like it's a B model cat. Yeah. Best comment ever. 33-year-old. I think put us all in our places. It's a very mature response. Should be ashamed of ourselves, really. Really. Well, they're drawing in the lines. They make it any better than they did before. So far, it's hard to tell. That right lane on the other side, which is the lane I usually travel in, looks a little narrow compared to the left lane, which I wish it was the opposite. But it squeezes us right up against that edge there. But nobody thinks about the trucks. And this, oh, they're ending the left lane. Thank God, this is a good move. They're ending the left lane early. Oh, wonderful. Because this is usually a race to the bottom of this hill. Cars will jump over in front of you. And, oh, that's pretty good. That is fantastic. Finally, something good's happening around here. Oh, and then they open it up here for left lane only. As long as it stays that way, that's pretty cool. Except like right here, it really is only room for, it's not really wide enough for two vehicles. Like, I'd have to go into the trees. Always gotta go over. I'm just talking to myself. Just kind of like, I'm sure Teddy has an opinion on this too. Local guy that gets home every day, garbage man. Good job right there. Probably union, benefits, overtime. Get your CDL and get yourself a disposable job. Disposal, not disposable. Recycling job, garbage truck job. Put in your 20 years and retire. Sneak in here, get some fuel, some go-go juice.
difference between over the road and local. Home every day, sleeping in your own bed, and that's big. And you get paid for your time. And your expenses are a lot less when you're out of the house when you're working. Those are the three major differences, I think. I mean, the scenery isn't as good. You don't get to see some really cool sunrises and sunsets too much. But I mean, the scenery isn't as good. But you can plan stuff a little better. I mean, it's trucking. You can't always count on that, but you can plan stuff with your friends and your family. You can't put a price on that. I speak from experience. But if you're young and you want to see the country, now's the time to do it. Just plan on getting out when you have kids, if you can. But some people get sucked into it for life. Sucked in isn't a good word. Maybe they love it and they just stick with it. Maybe they get trapped into it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to say trapped. Trapped is not a good word. My dad did it until he couldn't do it anymore. Some people love it right to the end. Die hard over the road guys, which I thought I was going to be. I've said many times. And but I've seen both sides. My perspective and my dad's perspective. And you know, if you're enjoying it and you love the road life, and you're saving up your money for retirement, because someday you're going to be old, hopefully, and you want to have something to fall back on, and that's the main thing. A lot of my over-the-road friends, I feel like they're a little short-sighted in the future. They just think they're going to be able to keep going on the way they are, and they're not going to be able to, and then that's when they become trapped and stuck, and then it's too late. So think of the future now. It's never too late to start socking away some money. If you want to invest. I'm not going to tell you to get a 401k. I'll get yelled at. So I won't say that. Do what you want to do. I started a 401k when I was 24, and I've been contributing to that since. And I'm 55. And it's only exponentially grown over the years. Sometimes it goes down a little bit, but it grows. It's free money. And with that, between that and whatever Social Security I get, if there's Social Security left, won't be too bad, I hope. But I don't know, cost of living's always going up. I don't know. I'm just talking. I think I'll make this a day in the life video. Kind of stuff. Most local truck drivers wipe their trucks down with a California duster every day before they go home, and in the morning when they come in. That's normal, okay? Or is it? I don't think it is. Loading up the truck. This one's for tomorrow though. It's 3:30 almost. We're gonna go home. Gonna get changed. Gonna gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna have dinner with the family, I'm gonna sit down on the couch, maybe I'll edit this video, maybe I'll watch TV, I'll go to bed in my own bed tonight, which is something. It's a nice bed. Anyways, hey, whatever I say, it's just my opinion, doesn't mean it's the truth. I've been trucking for a while. I know a few things, I don't know everything, obviously. And if I'm wrong about something, let me know in the comment section, that's fine. As long as you know everything. Do you know everything? You don't know everything either. Some people think they do though. The thing about opinions is everyone's got one, and they all can't be right. Peace and grease. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed that video. Thank you.